All right, party pundits popping back in for our last segment, but we want to give attention to a fight card that has finally final that's been finalized at this point, not to sound redundant. And this is Riyadh season, and it's the card August 3rd. We got your man Terrence Crawford, kind of universally seen as a number one pound for pound boxer in the world. He's moving up in weight. He's going up to junior middleweight, super welterweight. He's taking on Israel Madrimov for it's for one belt, but there's a Reggie belt that they're gonna put up. So he's saying that with this win, I'll get kind of 2/3 or a half of the belts that's up there. But he wants to go undisputed in three weight divisions. But we also have Tim Tszyu, who's going to be fighting Virgil Ortiz. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who's fighting Jose Venezuela. Andy Ruiz is back in action against Jarrell Big Baby Miller. David Morrell is fighting Hot Rod. And then Andy Cruz fighting Antonio Moran. And what is significant about this card is it actually has 9 total promoters who are coming together to make this fight happen. And this is the first time that Turkey Al-Sheikh is having a fight on U.S. soil, or a fight card on U.S. soil. And so he's, like everything else that he does, he's trying to do it big for this fight. So Boston Jared, so what are your thoughts on this card? So we've been hearing that this is possibly, and this is not us just throwing it out there for headline, that this is possibly the best boxing card ever. Would you kind of throw out that claim?
I have the list of all the greatest boxing cards in front of me right now. It's tough to imagine a card with Andy Ruiz and, 2 Cuban prospects who I think the world of, and Andy Cruz and David Morrell. I think you're talking about 2 pound for pound guys, but between them, they've got, I think, less than 20 fights. Mares and Leo Santa Cruz are on the card too, right? Abner Mares, who hasn't fought in years. Leo Santa Cruz, who hasn't fought in years. Is it a good? That's not to say it's not a good card, right? I think it is a very, very good. It's jam-packed full of names, some intriguing matchups. Greatest card ever is laughable, right? Come on, it's not even close to being the greatest card ever. So no, hard no on that. Very, very, very good card. Very, very significant card in that, this guy, Turki Al-Sheikh, continues to make his mark on the sport. And believe it was Coach Dave who said a couple of weeks ago, man, when we had brought up, I'm not sure who it was, we had brought up who the face of the sport is. I think it was Dave. Dave said it was Turki. Teddy Atlas, that's what it was. Brother Teddy Atlas was the one that said it a few weeks ago that Turki Al-Sheikh was becoming the face of the sport, if not already the face of the sport, man. And he continues to show that, maybe not the actual face, but maybe the brain or the heart or whatever a really, really important part of the body is, he's that. Because he is getting guys who traditionally would have never even considered working together. So all work together, no fuss, no bust, man. This is a huge, huge step in the right direction for the sport.
Yeah. So I've been looking at some of them, and I don't necessarily agree, but a lot of people, when they're talking about the best kind of top-down boxing card ever, a lot of them bring up a fight that we were all actually together during that fight. Maybe not Coach Dave, but I know that.
Oh, he wasn't the Canelo Floyd card.
Yeah, Canelo and Floyd card and stuff.
I had 2 good fights on it. Danny Garcia and
Danny Garcia and Lucas Matisse,
and that was a pretty good
I think
card,
it had some some strong ones, but I think that it was top heavy. To me, this fight doesn't have that key matchup at the top of the card that would just draw in casuals. So this is a great boxing card for diehard boxing fans. But I think that is gonna, as far as bringing in the casual fans, I think it's going to suffer a little bit. And to be honest, I think that the card that they had not too long ago that featured the all of the heavyweights, I thought that had more star power in there just because of
Yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
Joshua and Deontay Wilder. I think just far as star
Wilder,
power, I think
Evil.
yeah, and Bivol there. I think that this one, but it is a very good fight card. I think that, hyperbole aside, we do appreciate it. But for you, Coach, do you think that this is signaling a new era for boxing in the U.S.?
Absolutely. And I think, I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago or whatever, I said, look, man, when that man and that woman talking Turkey out of shape, and his co his partner crime, the female, Rasha Al Khamis, this whole boxing Saudi boxing Saudi Federation, it is beyond ushering in. It's here. It's here. So what I'm getting at is, this might not be the best card, but what I'm telling you is that, as Boston said, this man likes to do it big. It won't surprise me if this guy gets creative with it down the road. Once some of these belts and stuff shakes out, a heavyweight, title fight or whatever, it shakes out, 154, and then 147. You might see 3 top champions, on one card, and all of them being title fights. Anything is possible with this man. But let me tell you about what this new era is. So the days of when you saw Eddie Hearns and the other guy facing off, we talked about it last week. This Saudi money is making these promoters, put up or shut up. Okay, I started telling y'all about the mass exodus that's going to start happening among these fighters headed over to Matchroom, really based off of that relationship that Eddie Hearns, I think, has with Turkey Al-Sheikh, right? So what you guys got to stop, the conversations are going to go from, it's no longer a matter of what fighters are under what promotion company. It's going to be about the money that has the promotion companies under them. You got 9 promotion companies all up under this Saudi money that's saying, let's go and let's fight. All of this talk about, it's hard to make this contract, it's hard to make that contract because it's this promoter and that promoter. All this stuff is about to end. And I'm telling you, you are going to see a mass exodus of fighters. You're going to start hearing about contract negotiations and this problem and that problem, because people are saying, like, no, I am not signing back up. And the reason why the door opened for these Saudis is, number one, they're willing to put up the money. They love entertainment and they love doing things big. But you got these managers and promoters, like freaking, Al Heyman and Lou DiBella, that just want to sit these fighters on the shelf and let them sit up there and gather dust. And those days are gone. You have an entity out there now that's willing to respect your desire to fight, that's willing to pay you for what it's worth. So a lot of these fighters, as soon as that contract is up with X, Y, and Z, they're gone. Now you mentioned 9 promoters, 9 different promoting companies. Let me tell you this. Last week, I said it's going to come down to the point to where this thing might be Turkey Al-Sheikh and Rasha Al Khamis, the Saudis, versus Top Rank. See, one thing about Top Rank is that they got the most powerful up and coming, fighters that's out there, period, across the board. That's their saving grace, as long as Top Rank can keep these guys busy, and working and getting fights. So
It is. In Top Rank, I do want to say they're I think one of the few of the top promotion companies that are not a part of this card. Also.
hey, there you go. There you go.
And then
You know,
Top Rank also they benefit from an exclusive deal with ESPN.
Yeah, but real quick, guys, remember though, Top Rank is their deal is up at the end of this year. And there are a lot of rumors about ESPN getting out of boxing, one, and another rumor told almost a year ago is that when that contract is up, Bob Arum is stepping away. Bob Arum is retiring. He's going to be done, and I don't know if it's Tom Loeffler or whoever is his number two over there, but I don't know about this whole ESPN and or Top Rank versus the Saudis. They might be chomping at the bit to for that contract to be done so they could sign up and go over there. I mean, yeah, I don't know that. I think this might be looking at not a hostile takeover, but
I
a
know that. That's a good
aggressive,
point.
aggressive takeover in the of the sport, which is what the sport needed.
Yeah,
right?
and then and
Choose a
to
guy
be
with
fair,
a ton of fucking money, right?
yeah.
A ton. And this fight is gonna be in LA, boxing fans. This fight isn't gonna be in Riyadh or Jeddah or any. This is gonna be in Los Angeles, California. Okay, so another significant point because a lot of people's apprehension towards Turki Al-Sheikh was that he was stealing big time boxing away from America. He's bringing, and I believe Oscar De La Hoya put up some tweet about nobody's gonna come to my city and tell me what's like. Man, Oscar, to shut up and get in line, right? To shut up and fall in line, man. This guy is exactly what the sport needed.
Well, it seems like Oscar has fallen in line because he's a part of this, and he even kind of brought out a statement about his excitement about this card. And
who's he have from Golden Boy on the card?
Virgil Ortiz.
Oh, you're right. Virgin's on the card. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're right. Virgin, yeah. Virgin Tim Zoo.
Hey, look, man, this cat.
Virgin versus Tim Zoo.
Hey, look, Star Trek Voyager or whatever. This Joker, man, I can't remember the name of them Jokers that used to say resistance is futile. The Borg.
Oh, the Borg.
The Borg. Saudi Turkey Al-Sheikh and the Rasha Al-Khabi, the Borg.
Yeah.
You be assimilated.
And
that's right.
And just for full transparency, I do want to say that Top Rank in the past, they have worked with Matchroom Boxing to put together big shows and doing other things so like that. So I'm not sure why they're not a part of this card. Maybe they didn't fall into line, but they have
nobody in those divisions. Nobody really to offer. Nobody at really 154 to offer Crawford. At least nobody with a belt, right?
Yeah.
Really not nobody at 154 other than Xander Zayas.
My man.
Nobody really at 170. Nobody really
that would have
at
been a good look.
175.
That would have been a good
Yeah,
look.
but
ain't ready for
I
Crawford.
don't know if you go. I mean Zayas versus Virgil Ortiz, but I don't know if he's
not Crawford. I was thinking either Virgil Ortiz or even Tim Zoo. I would have.
But that's what I said. That's what I said. Zayas versus Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, maybe. But like you said, ESPN I think has Zayas, the Puerto Rican fighters, probably does pretty well with his viewership. I'm not sure how keen they would have been to send him over there to fight on DAZN in a fight that he would probably be the underdog in. So, look, I'm trying to think as far as their inventory right now, aside from Jared Anderson, who just fought on ESPN. You've got a fight at super welterweight. Not much inventory over there at Golden Boy, at Top Rank to offer there.
They've got Teofimo Lopez. They got Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, that's all 135.
Yeah. Well, I was
nobody at 154. That's what I'm talking about. The fights that are happening on the card. You've got a heavy. You got heavyweight. You've got super welterweight. You've got light heavyweight, and you've got lightweight. And Andy Cruz is a prospect. Yeah, I'm
But
not
to me,
sure there was really
I
any
think they need to do
matchups that
something.
they saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
And then it's,
maybe I'm giving
what
making an excuse for them.
yeah,
I don't
and
know,
then
but
so yeah, Zayas has a fight coming June the 8th against
okay, so he's already scheduled for a
to
fight.
share, yeah. So that was like that kind of
Oh, and that's a big fight for him. That's a big fight for him. Against Teixeira,
yeah.
who was a former world champ.
Hey, he winning that fight, bro. He winning
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
probably, but that's a good name. That's a good name for him.
Yeah.
That's a really really good name for him.
He's a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
And then
Good name for him.
I mean Top Rank is they're in good shape. They got Inoue, Stevenson, Tyson Fury, Keyshawn Davis,
yeah.
Filipino,
Abdullah Mason
Jared Anderson. So they've got
The future, the entire future of the sport
is
is
with
pretty
him,
much on Top Rank.
Yeah.
The
is with
entire future
bro.
of the sport.
And that's why I'm saying it might be, but I didn't know about what's going on with I didn't know what's going on with Top Rank, as you mentioned about the ESPN, because they got the future boxing dude right there, bro. I'm talking, Abdullah Mason, Bruce Shushu Carrington, Keyshawn Davis, bro.
Xander,
I mean, what's the name? The heavyweight dude,
Jared Anderson.
Jared
Darren,
Anderson.
We'll see
so
if he
Which
can if he can stay
I'm
out of
not
jail.
sold on him just yet.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not sold on him
but
just
we've
yet.
I mean top rank. I mean they've got a serious inventory. Them not being on the card, I don't believe is indicative of them being unwilling
Yeah, their
to
unwillingness.
work with. Because again,
Yeah.
right,
Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol is a top rank versus Matchroom fight. That's a main event on that card. And if we look at that card, I bet you there are several other top ranked fighters who are on that card, but Beterbiev is a top ranked fighter.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually think that card has potential to be even better than this card, to me.
We'll see. We'll see. But I'm glad that we can finally have these discussions about which card is going to be better than which, as opposed to which card sucks more.
Yeah, because
This is a
I'm gonna keep it
I'd
100.
much rather have these conversations. Which card is
Yeah,
better?
this
Card's good, but that card's better, as opposed to this card sucked, but that card sucked.
that Haney Garcia card was
yeah.
cool.
Nah, hey, look, no. Quietly, guys, quietly. Look, I ended up going back and watching Gallimore and Conwell. That was a halfway decent fight, and Beck the book. What? I didn't think it wasn't good.
An $80 pay-per-view? Are you serious?
No. So that's different. So now you're conflated. Okay, if your entirety of your statement is it is not worth the $80, I agree. It's
We're
definitely
talking
not
about
worth the
a
$80.
pay-per-view card. These are all pay-per-view cards that we're talking about. I'm not just talking about putting a card in, but you want us to come out that you gotta come up. But
All right, but that's not what you said initially. You just said the card sucked. So in a vacuum, I disagree with the card.
You got to take everything as Coach say, like holistically. When you look at it,
for what you say. If you say something, I'm gonna go off of what you say. The words that come out of your mouth, that's what I'm gonna go on. That's what you said. But you're right. I agree. For an $80 pay-per-view, no, that's not. Hopefully, we move away from that for pay-per-view fights, and we move more towards what we're seeing on August the 3rd and what we're going to see in June. Beterbiev and Bivol. So yeah.
Turkey Al-Sheikh and Rash Al-Khamis going to be putting on some solid cards, bro. And I'm trying
Saudi takeover.
Saudi takeover, bro.
Guys, I gotta roll, man. I gotta get to this gym.
Yeah, no, we're gonna roll out. Thank y'all for rocking with us. This is Professor Nails. I'm signing out for Boston Jared.
Peace.
Hey, we are the Pundits. Like and subscribe. We rocking with y'all. We out.